right, guys, welcome back to another episode of our Barbell Brigade talk show. Today we got something very juicy we want to talk about.
And it's me.
No, it's not. It's sex.
Who are we?
Sex.
Who are we?
During peak week.
We'd like an intro.
This is sex, and that's peak week.
What is peak week?
I don't know. But, okay. You know, for some
game day.
sports, right? Like boxing, you don't want to have sex or you don't want to masturbate because you're going to have weak legs or whatever. Whatever you got.
And hairy palms.
What?
I thought you were going to talk about Harry Potter. I was like, finally, something I know something about.
Hairy palms.
But whatever.
You've never heard that?
No, whatever you're going to peak for.
Yeah, football game. I think that the stereotypes.
Do you guys ever, like, let's say you're going to go for a max or anything like that. Do you guys have sex or masturbate at all during that week?
Well, let's assume that people want to have sex with me. And in that situation, I would deny them. Because performance over everything.
Really?
Yeah.
What about if you want to have sex with yourself? Do you do not? You go, no.
Yeah, self-control, yeah. No fap.
Really?
You know no fap?
Yeah.
Don't make eye contact when I'm talking about this. I get awkward.
I feel uncomfortable too. I had no idea we were going to talk about this.
Her eyes crept over as I said no fap, and You never heard of no fap?
No.
So it's the same concept. So no fap is a big thing. No masturbation, no sex, and they're like raises your testosterone.
For how long?
And I felt forever.
Wow.
Swear.
Like a monk.
Kind of. Not forever, but guys will do it for 6 months, a year. And he's like, I've never felt smarter, more cognitive, more... And women, they just flock to me now because my pheromones are seeping through the universe.
But aren't they busting if they're getting with women?
No, they're not. They're just attracting them.
So the women come and then they're like, no, no, no.
Yeah. Sorry, it's for my higher true self.
Okay.
That's a big thing on the internet right now. And also tanning your balls.
I have neither of those things and none of these issues.
What about when you're having...
I got lots of issues.
When you're having peak week, do you have any type of abstinence from any type of those behaviors? Does it affect your performance?
I don't know. I was abstinent for over a year at one point, and I didn't even really notice. So it's kind of just like, I'm a woman. I have no peak week. I don't compete. I don't do athletic stuff. I just consistently go to the gym, and I don't see a difference in having...
Do you have like sometimes I want to max out on this. So like I do everything I can. I'm gonna like, I don't know, do a ton of carbs. I'm gonna sleep really good.
I'm not a power lifter, so I've never like really had that ego lift thing, like where I wanted to. There were moments where like I wanted to get into that because people would be like, "You're not strong. You're not strong." But then I was like, I don't care. So when I learned that I didn't care, then no, I don't have that. I don't have the competitive edge at all.
I don't either.
Whatsoever. So it's pretty much like this for me. Am I in love? Am I in a committed relationship? It's going on.
They're totally separate.
If I'm not in love and I'm not in a committed relationship, nothing's going on, and I'm fine with it either way. And that's
what is
how,
love,
that's how
baby? Don't hurt me.
A lot of people are like focused on not getting hurt without focusing on not being the herder, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I like that.
Let's say you are in love in a committed relationship, and I'm gonna say your peak week is probably Disneyland.
Oh yeah, you got a show to put on.
You know you're gonna go to Disneyland tomorrow. Yeah. Do you?
How can you mix the two?
You gotta eat 20
That's
churros.
not family friendly.
Do you go no sex because tomorrow I don't want to have weak legs when I'm going down Splash Mountain?
Absolutely not.
Really? You can have sex right before Disney?
What about sex on Splash Mountain?
I'm just gonna say that, like, if I'm in a relationship and I'm happy and I'm in love, then you know there's no limits. Like, if there's not a limit,
sex on Splash Mountain.
There's not
Rad,
a limit.
brother.
Yeah, so that's.
So you don't care about your performance?
I don't care. I don't care about my performance. If anything, maybe it'll help, right? Isn't it supposed to boost your metabolism? Isn't it supposed to like give you endorphins, serotonin? Isn't it supposed to make you feel good? And
The old stereotype is weak legs. Like this.
Traditionally.
This call comes from like a 1980s football coach.
Just kind of boxing too.
Yeah.
This
And
is
he
a
said,
male
"Hey,
problem.
we got a game Sunday, boys. No
Look,
touching your dinglings for 7 days. We're gonna take it out on the enemy on Sunday."
Same. I think it's a male problem because like I don't have any of these issues, especially since you know the male role in the bedroom and the female role are different, right? So it's kind of like what women are doing in the bedroom and what men are doing in the bedroom, a little different. Yeah. A little bit of a different.
The traditional school of thought for boxers was like 30 days before your actual, you don't want to have any type of ejaculation because you get weak legs and you're going to have no endurance. But I believe, I think it was GSP's coach. He was talking about that's before it was just bro science, all assumption. When they actually did tests.
Do you know sports science? I don't know if this is where you're getting.
No.
So,
But when they actually do ejaculate, it actually boosts the level of natural test that you have.
yeah, so sports science is like a pseudo-scientific show that they used to run on ESPN, and they did it with Houston Alexander. Remember him?
Oh shit, yeah, he's jacked.
So they took Houston Alexander, this is a MMA fighter, and they put him through like 4 tests, like a power punch, a speed punch, a reaction punch, or something like that. And they measured his stuff. And that's why it's like pseudoscience, because they have N=1. They have one person, right, and like 3 things. Then they do a corny scene, and he goes into a hotel room with his wife or his girlfriend at the time. Supposedly
And they get into a fight probably.
No, supposedly they had sex, and then they come back and they retest his the same thing: strength, speed, and reaction. And on this
Specific test with this one subject.
which is not one subject, it was all equal.
It was all the same.
It was all the same.
Yeah. That's,
But I do
don't know.
think there is, and I've never been a lady, but there is like a mental thing going on with guys. Like post-nut clarity, like it's a joke, but it's so different.
Oh,
I feel
'cause,
like a
your-
different human sometimes.
Your decisions are more like skewed if you don't have
all
that.
of it, all of it.
Right,
Just
okay.
the veil is lifted sometimes.
That's what I do when I go up at the car dealership, right? And they're always like, "This is the best deal," and I really want to do it. I go to the bathroom first, so that I can make sure and come back and make the.
There's some
Wait,
comedian
what?
that
Like
says
to
you
poop
have to
or
jerk
to-
off before every life decision. There's a comedian that says you got to jerk off before every life
Okay,
decision.
so see, this is a guy thing
Yeah.
for sure, because as a woman, like I can go years without it, like, and I have, and
But you know what? They also, I think in the 1980s Olympics, the German swim team, they hired professional masseuses to come in to help get the women off, to go bing, 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 bing down the line.
Professional diddlers?
They were fucking whoosh,
Butterfly.
whoosh, like that, because I think that spikes their testosterone when you hit the speed.
you know what spikes your testosterone? A carnivore diet. That's good enough for me. But I will say, like, as far as that goes, like, I don't notice a difference in my life. Like, I feel like I've gone years without it, and I'm fine. And when I have, been more getting jiggy with it, I don't notice any downfalls to that either.
Shout out to
So,
Will Smith.
I guess for my question to you guys then is, do you guys do that where you purposefully abstain or you purposefully engage to like?
I think
Are you a scientist like me or no?
no, for sure. I've run experiments.
Okay, you tell me. Let me hear about yours.
Because mine is more mental, I think, and I think testosterone plays one role in all these things. Not to get into deeper conversations, but hormones only play one role. Right, there's mental factors, there's physical factors, and just because your test is high in your blood doesn't necessarily mean that it's affecting what you're trying to do at that moment. Right, hormones work over or a macro scale and a micro scale. But I don't diddle like right before even a workout, not for any reason other than like sometimes it's relaxing.
Have you though?
Oh, for sure, dude.
And then
I mean, I've been on this earth 33 years. I've done a lot of weird things,
Was your workout?
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't primo.
So when you realize when you
I have like a little more rage, in me.
because you don't feel relaxed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like more relaxing, and I'm not trying to relax.
Have you ever? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say with men, isn't it like you have to literally like empty yourself out, whereas like women don't. We don't have to do that. But
Maybe.
don't you scientifically doesn't it hurt your body to like not empty yourself out?
I'm not a cow with udders. I'm a man.
I'm not a cow with
I don't need to be milked.
Yeah, these aren't first. I'm not a producer, okay?
I don't know. Isn't that the excuse?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I know I don't feel as like energetic, so that I don't.
Like, I think for me, I've been times where I wasn't milked daily, if that's your question.
Yeah. Perfect.
And
And it hurt your udders?
so I've done it where it's before. I don't think it really affected the workout. I do feel like there's an extra level of like, if I don't.
Primal.
But like, let's say if I do go, like, let's say a long time, like a month without getting milked at all, I feel,
Oh, you feel worse.
yeah, I feel like,
Like a poodle. And you want to be a
I was
mastiff.
thinking that was like more of like a prairie dog, but
yeah, like a prairie dog rather than like,
A lion. Yeah. I want to be a lion, not a prairie dog.
don't get milked too much, but you still need some milking.
So it's a balance. I don't know. And I do think the science is out that it doesn't have any effect. Yeah, the real science is.
The actual science.
I believe real science is done for some educational purposes because some kids are like, I'm not going to touch my cow for a year. I do think that the evidence shows it has zero impact on performance.
that's my I agree. From being a woman.
But on Splash Mountain, it might be fun.
What about you guys? Have you guys tried it before competition, at competition,
Sickos! You sick!
after competition? Does it help your performance? Yes or no? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll read it. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.